The challenges are always relative though, because there's always a solution for them, and somebody is always making money, regardless of what the climate of the market is overall. I think that people who wait to get involved are gonna get hurt, because it's gonna be too challenging, and they're not gonna know what to do, and they're gonna get crushed by real investors.
Brian, do you have any concerns about the future of the real estate market?
My concerns are, and this is selfishly, my concerns are that those that don't participate gonna get left out.
Yeah.
That's my concerns, and those would be y'all, right? Let me be more specific. That's my only concern. I mean, when real estate is at its worst, it's at its best. It's just a matter of perspective, and if you don't know how to maneuver in that environment, then it's horrible for you. It's gonna be a lot of fly-by-night. Actually, it already started. When rates went up quarter three, quarter four last year, all the fly-by-night investors, they starting to pack their bags. They getting out of here. Because anybody can make money by mistake when it's good, right? It's kind of hard to lose money when it's good. But when the market becomes more challenging, there's actually more opportunity in the market, but there's less competent people out there to know what to do. So I don't want y'all to miss the boat as far as being those people. Y'all getting in a good position now in preparation for the next market cycle, being commercial, multifamily first, and then, single family will be thereafter. But it's gonna be a bloodbath. I believe on the commercial side, it's like $1.3 trillion in bad debt coming due over the next 24 months. 450 billion of that is just multifamily alone. The other is office, retail, and warehouse. But the economists are saying it's going to be as bad as 2008 on the single family residential side was. So we'll see. For me, it's like I told y'all on the masterclass. I just always do the opposite of everybody else. And if you continue to do that, right, but you got to be skilled to do that. It's not wise for a person just to do the opposite of everybody else for the sake of just trying to be different, right? You got to know what you're doing when you go opposite. But that's the way I always look at the real estate market. Whatever mass media is promoting, just do the opposite of that. But you just got to know how to do that opposite. But yeah, I'm always consciously aware of what's the trends in the market, right? Which are typically driven by interest rates, because that's the end consumer. And so if they're impacted by that, then, so does that impact everything else. But the challenges are always relative though, because there's always a solution for them, and somebody is always making money regardless of what the climate of the market is overall. I think that people who wait to get involved are gonna get hurt, because it's gonna be too challenging, and they're not gonna know what to do, and they're gonna get crushed by real investors.
Okay, I'm ready. So I was speaking to my cousin. She works at Wells Fargo, and I was just telling her how impactful this has been for me. It's really been on a whole nother level. She had 3 properties, and back in the day, and she sold her portfolio. Asked her why. She said, "Well, I wanted to establish an LLC and put those properties in it, but I was told by a CPA that I have to have business credit." So I never heard that before. I need to talk to Brian. And so she said, yeah, if he would entertain that question, she said that would be great. Because I'm interested, on down the line as far as LLC. You already know my backstory, landlord by default, by divine default, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is. So I'm thinking, as you're speaking, I'm thinking. So how can I? Because I work a 9 to 5. So how can I pay minimum on my student loans while I have properties over here that they don't know anything about? Because it's in my business name. It's not. I don't have multiple mortgages in my name that I have to account for at the end of the year for tax purposes. So I'm thinking about that, but I'm also thinking about her question that I'm bringing to the table. Do you have to have business credit if you have existing properties and you want to put them in the LLC?
So the first thing, you said it's your cousin? What's her name?
Angel.
Okay. I just need to know who we send the invoice to. So we got to send Angel an invoice. But no, it's blasphemous. I don't know who her CPA is, but whoever they are, she should know who they are either, because she should be getting rid of them. Yeah, she got to find somebody else. It sounds like she got a tax practitioner who don't know what's going on. I don't know if I shared. I don't know if I shared this with y'all. Maybe it was the last time or the time before that. But my brother used to do taxes for just about everybody in the family. And at one point, I tried to get my parents into the business back when the market contracted, or right before, somewhere in that time frame. And so everybody just ain't built for it. Okay, my father just didn't have a temperament for it. He took everything personally because he just really cared about the people, and he'd be over there pulling trash cans out, and he don't know that people gonna people. He just, because he's so straight up and down, he just he didn't understand that people gonna people. And so in the process of winding the business down, he decided to sell a couple of the properties. My brother was doing everybody taxes, well, not mine, but everybody else. And he ended up selling these properties. I mean, he made next to nothing from selling them, almost break even. And my brother told him that he owed like $68,000 in capital gains tax. Right? Now, first of all, let's just say that was true. Okay. I couldn't bring myself to tell my parent, you know what I'm saying, that they owe. Anyway, I digress. The other part, though, is that was just a clear representation that he shouldn't be taking care of that kind of business. And when I hear the question from Cousin Angel, whoever doing her stuff is not equipped to be taking care of her stuff at this level. And the saddest indictment is that she went off and sold off part of her wealth because of some incompetent person that probably didn't have any wealth building of their own. So when you start to look for these allies to build your power team in the marketplace, what may be a good question for your CPA is, do you invest in real estate? I want people that's my wise counsel that do what I do and understand how I move. That makes sense?
Oh, that makes all the sense in the world. I was thinking the same thing. I just didn't put it as articulate as you did. I want to revisit that, and I'm going to digress. When I'm talking about my 9 to 5 will pay down my student loan, which I think is a smart thing to do, because again, I don't want to have multiple mortgages in my name if that's the route we're going down, to account for more income that I have to pay to the IRS. I want to pay them on the student loan, that is. I want to pay them when I'm ready. I want to drop, boom, 10 grand here, 20 grand there, whatever the case may be, as opposed to have, multiple mortgages in my name. They already know how much money I'm making, when I file. And so as opposed to when I file, all I'm accounting for is my payroll and which is my W-2. But as far as my business, the LLC, this is a whole nother entity as opposed to my W-2 that they're looking at. So
yeah. So I'm not a CPA, but can I give you some tax advice? Is that okay?
yes, please.
So a LLC is a limited liability company. Okay, it protects us from the liability of being exposed in the marketplace. However, a LLC is also a pass-through entity, which means that all the revenue from your LLC flows through that LLC and it comes back to you personally, though. So when it comes down to your tax return, the businesses are looked at separately, but all the revenue, the income and the losses all come back and flow back to your W-2. So the way in which you're looking at that is not exact. You're looking at it the right way from a asset protection perspective, but it don't. The money is the money, right? The money is the money. But with that being, so are the student loans currently in deferment, or are you in repayment with them already?
Oh no, they're in deferment.
Okay,
So I begin next year, 2024.
got
I
you,
mean, yeah, 2024, next year.
got you.
So I just been banking, you know what I'm saying? I just been, on what we talked about day one,
Yeah.
Just putting things aside, you know.
Okay. Yeah, you know, the reality is, um, just go get some money, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's always been, you know, like, and I get the strategy and all that, but just go make some money. Like just go make some money. The people that know how to help you keep it would help you do that, and don't even worry about them. You know what I'm saying? Just go make some money. Go build your wealth. Go, because this is what happens when we have all these strongholds, and it got us thinking about the wrong stuff. That energy is wasted energy over in that place. I will be focused on the life you want to go create. The rest of that stuff will take care of itself, bro. Seriously. Understand that so as long as you continue to press forward, there's going to be challenges. And they're going to be more mental than they are anything else, right? And when they pop up, just be aware that you're on the right path. The reason why you got resistance because you're on the right path.